So this morning, there has been a couple things on my mind that I really want to get off. Right now, I'm in my season of letting go. I'm in my season of releasing things that I cannot hold. Um, and that is a very difficult time. It's a very difficult time for me. It's a difficult time for the things that I am used to because I'm a person of habit. I love consistency. I love being in a habit. I love getting in my zone. I love knowing the things that's to come. But the way that life is, it doesn't work that way. You can't force yourself to be in control of things that weren't even supposed to be in your life to begin with. And the more that I recognize and the more that I know that, the easier my life on the back end gets. And like I said, it is a realization. It is something that I missed for years and years and years. But now that I am adjusting myself, I'm adjusting my life to it, it's been a lot less stressful. Um, so one of my main points is do not try to force something in your life that wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. Like because this could be a relationship, this could be something that is just, you want it so bad. It could be anything, but after a while, specifically in if for me, I'm talking about like relationships. But like I said, this can apply to anything. You can find yourself struggling daily to be in control of that thing, that relationship, whatever it is. You can find yourself daily struggling to make it work. And in that moment, it might feel like, oh, okay, I'm in control of this. I got this. You know, um, I have this down pat. I know what I'm doing. But at what cost? Your sanity, your mental health, your comfort, your relaxation, your days of operation. So yeah, it may seem like, oh, I'm at the top of the world because this is something that, I've harnessed. I have it in my jar. I am in control of it. But no, it's from the outside looking in, you're crashing, you're breaking down like severely, you're losing sleep, you're not eating, you're not drinking your water, you're not taking care of yourself, you're not having your self-care days, you're not making time for yourself. Like there's so much that combats that, and the only thing that you have is verbally saying, I have control of this situation. And then even at the end of all of that, you cannot control someone else. You cannot control another operation. You cannot control all these things outside of yourself. The only thing that you can control is yourself, the way you think, the way you are choosing to gravitate things to you, the way that it's all you. That's the only thing that you can control. And I feel like once that's harnessed, it's things start to happen so much easier. You cannot, and another thing is like you cannot force someone to love you. You cannot force a relationship. You cannot force anything in this life. The more that if you go to a restaurant, if you go to a store and the door it says push, you're supposed to push it, you're not supposed to pull it. So in all that pushing, you're exerting all of your energy, you're wasting so much energy, and the only thing you have to do is step back and say, oh my god, the door it says push, I'm not supposed to pull it, I'm supposed to push it. So when you push it, boom, you get in easily. It's like it's natural, because that's the way the mechanism of the door works, is to push it. So I feel like if we apply those things to our everyday personal life, things will start to feel and flow so much easier than to constantly be pulling a pushing door, if that makes sense. So We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our mental health. We have to take care of our physical health. And we cannot do that when all of our attention is focused on he, she, they, them, all of this things that are outside of us that at the end of the day we cannot control. Instead of trying to control other things around you, try to focus on how to make yourself better, your environment better, your personal life better. If you have a family, your children's lives better, you know, um that that is what you are supposed to control. And once you harness that inner circle, everything else around you will fall into its place without you having to um without you having to push without you having to pull a pushing door. Okay, so take everything day by day, breathe, relax. It's never as bad as it seems. Something wonderful is going to happen to us today. Something wonderful is going to happen to us. Relax, breathe, and everything is gonna fall into its place. And then lastly, I'm gonna have to edit this, or maybe not, I don't know. But lastly, you never want to sacrifice your talents and what you know and dumb yourself down for someone else. I was talking to someone for a few years, and every time, instead of him rising himself up to meet my standards, to meet what I was already in, because he came into my life. And this is why I say that specifically I'm talking about relationships, but this can apply to anything. But this is one of the bigger examples. So I'm already at a certain level. I've already accomplished a certain amount of things in my life, and he is coming into my world. So if he was trying to pursue me, this, that, and whatever, um and he did not rise himself to the standards that I had and that I was on. And as a man, it's like, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, if you're pursuing someone, by your choice, pursue them. And if you find that there's a difference and you still want to be with this person, work on yourself, work on your inner circle, like I was saying before. Work on your inner self, try to rise yourself up, try to educate yourself in this life, and all that other stuff. But he didn't want to do that. And what did I do? I dumbed myself from where I was 1,000 steps back, just so he could understand me, and just so he could communicate with me. And this is not about language barriers. This is about emotional intelligence, knowing what you want in life, motivation, all of those things. That's what I'm talking about. There's no language barrier, but that's what I'm talking about. And it was a couple years, and there was no movement. He was not trying to better himself in any way. He could see that I was starting to struggle. He could see all this stuff that's happening around, that was going on with me at the time, and he didn't care. He did not care a bit, one bit whatsoever. And what did that leave me with at the end of the day? It left me with nothing but years wasted, because I was trying to make something work. I was trying to make something fit that was never supposed to be in my life to begin with. So, with that, like I said, focus on yourself. Focus on your inner circle. Stop making things about other people. Stop centering yourself around other people and what they want. And I know if you are starting off this journey being a people pleaser, that can be hard, but challenge yourself every day. Challenge yourself every day. Wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to do what I want today. This is about me. This is about me. This is about me. This is not about anybody else. This is about me, what I want, my desires, and that is what I'm going to center myself around. And like I said, things will start falling into place. That job you want, that position you want, car that you want, because you're changing your mindset. And when you change your mindset, you open up possibilities of things that can be gravitated towards you naturally. It's all the way back to the push and pull door mechanism. But thank you so much for hearing my TED Talk. I hope this helps someone. You are not alone. And until next time, stay natural.